much time are you spending studying for the ARE exam? Are you spending enough time studying for them? Well, on this week's episode of ARE Minority Connect, we're going to talk about that, how much time you should actually put into studying for the exams. So all right, let's go and let's get into it. All right, guys, you already know. First, I need you to like this video. Then I need you to subscribe to the channel so you can come back and get more content. And then I need for you to share this video with someone. Again, you know someone else who is going through and can use this advice. All right. How much time should you actually be dedicating to taking and preparing for the ARE exam? I want to build on the example that I've been using of a 8-week study schedule. And with this, you want to start to develop how much time you're actually studying per day and then per week. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to start recording how much time you're spending. Just every time you study, write down how long you're studying for, which day it is, and start to track it. See how much time you are actually preparing for the exams. You may be putting in a lot of hours, good job, or you may not be putting in enough hours and you may need to start to put in a few more hours. The second thing I want to mention to you about it is that sometimes it's hard to be motivated to actually study and get in the groove. My little tip and advice is when you're facing those moments, what I like to do is tell people, start off with 20 minutes a day. Just say, you know what, today I'm going to study as much as I can, whatever I can in 20 minutes and put it down. And do that for a couple days, maybe a week. What it's going to do is it's going to get you into a groove, because when you think in your mind, oh, I need to study for an hour or 45 minutes or 2 hours, everything becomes a priority. Cleaning the refrigerator is now a priority, and you can't do it. And so you can't study because you need to clean the refrigerator or you need to sweep. No. When you have those moments, say I'm dedicating 20 minutes to actually studying, and that's it. Next, I want you to third thing is look at the different exams that you are taking. For instance, if you're taking PCM, which is the first exam, we know that it's actually the smallest exam out of all of the exams. And it has its different content areas. Think about a strategy on how many hours, just like a job, how many hours you're going to dedicate to each section. So if it's a small section, maybe you say, my study log is to do 10 hours a week. Well, I'm going to dedicate maybe 5 hours this week to section 1. And then I'm going to do maybe section 2, I'm going to dedicate 2 hours to that. And then section 3, maybe it's 1 hour. Section 4, maybe it's 2 more hours, to get the total entire 10 hours. So think about it as a job and apply amount of time that you want to spend on each subject. If it's a small section, you don't need to spend as much time on it as a big section. Or if there's a section that you are familiar with, maybe you're doing a retake and you've done well in one section, but another section of a particular exam you're not doing well in, well, dedicate the majority of your hours to that particular exam. And I know you're like, okay, so, well, how much time do I need to put in there? And I always say, you are the one that's taking the exams. I can remember when I was taking the exams, at one point, I was getting like 35 hours or more worth of studying time. So that I was almost putting in like a part-time job or more per week. And mainly that was because on the weekends, I would take practice exams and count those into your study log of how much time you're actually taking and studying. But I would spend a lot of time in those. And so, that's quick 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. But yeah, and really, did I need that much time? I don't know. Some of it was good. Some of it may be a little bit too, maybe it was a little too long. I do think that you can have the reverse happen to you where maybe you're studying a little bit too long and you need to move things along. But again, you have to find that sweet spot for you that works best for you. The major thing that I want you to get from this is that you need to see how many hours you are actually putting into it, and then come up with a plan that you think is going to work and apply hours to those, apply hours to this section. So that way you are putting in a dedicated time and you're putting in the amount of time that you have designated for that section. That is all this week, you guys. This was going to be a really quick one because how much time you need to prepare for the exams is really up to you, but writing those hours down and keeping track of how many hours you're preparing and applying it to different sections of the particular exam that you're studying is a very good method. So until next time, peace.